Greetings, fellow test subjects. Test subject 1337 here for Aperture Gaming. They make it. We test it. You play it. And welcome to another episode of Aperture Gaming Reviews. Today's episode is particularly special because after almost 40 years, this game series, this game franchise, this game character finally gets their due. So, what is this mysterious franchise and character? Well, let's get into the review, shall we? Series. The game I am reviewing is The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. And yes, I am aware of the fact that this is a almost 40-year series, and I'm also aware of the fact that everyone is constantly bickering about the official Zelda timeline. So, it could be a sequel, it could be a prequel, it could be an in-between-quel, it could be a standalone. All I know is, let's just say that it is somewhere within the Zelda franchise. Team. This game, it was published by Nintendo, but it was developed by both Nintendo and Grezzo. Grezzo. Plot. Zelda has been kidnapped. Either this is the first time or it's happened once again. Anyway, a swordsman clad in green shows up and saves her by defeating the villain. But both the villain kidnapper and the swordsman are sucked into a portal. She escapes and makes it back to the castle, only for her to be accused that portals are now opening up all over the kingdom. Monsters are coming out and people and villages are being sucked in. There, in the dungeon, she meets a spirit by the name of Tri, who lends her the Tri-Rod. Using this rod, she and Tri will now travel across the kingdom of Hyrule, closing the portals, battling the monsters, taking down bosses, and all in the effort to try to save the kingdom and save the people and find a way to bring back the lost hero. Gameplay controls. Gameplay controls are, you play as Zelda, finally, after almost 40 years, and here's what you use, the Tri-Rod, and it can be used to make an echo of something, from inanimate objects like tables, trampolines, and food, to enemies that you defeat. Now each item has a triangle marker above it in your notebook. It says, oh yeah, you need one triangle to summon a table, or you need 2 triangles to summon this baddie, and the stronger the baddie, the more triangles they need. To get these triangles, you have to travel across the Kingdom of Hyrule, go into a dungeon and or a void, defeat the boss, and this way you'll get your power ranked up. Now also, while early on you see an echo of the swordsman in green, and you pick up the sword, and when you do this you become an echo of the swordsman. So you gain the ability to wield a sword and a shield, but the trade-off is how it's for a limited amount of time. But as the game goes on, you can pick up special crystals where you can either make it so your sword does more damage, or you're able to be the sword wielder for a longer period of time. Other factors are how the wand you can use to latch onto enemies and move them, or move inanimate objects, or if there's like a moving platform, you can latch onto it and it will move you around. There's also a vendor shop where you can buy potions to heal yourself up or items that help you in-game. And there's the smoothie milkshake stand where you can bring ingredients and you can make the recipes there and they have different side effects. Graphics. What I like about the look of this game is how, as I stated when I reviewed The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, the world does look like a kind of a giant toy box. It has it's like a combination of cartoonish look, but it also has some pretty good details. Some of the rocks have some pretty good, you can see some of the carvings in them. The water has an amazing level of detail. But at the same time, there's it has a minimalist look to it. Some of the characters I've seen look like Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Amiibo characters. When you make your own character for the Nintendo franchise. Audio. It's a Zelda game, so obviously there's not going to be full-blown talking, so some of the characters will make a noise when they have an audio cue, but no full written dialogue. The music is very peppy and upbeat when you're walking around through the field, but then based on the location of the dungeon or combat, music changes. And of course there's the whole you discover something or open a chest, and there's the trademark music that you all know and love. So yes, it has the definite look of a Zelda game and the sound of a Zelda game.
Multiplayer.
No, there is no multiplayer.
DLC.
No, there's no DLC, but I think it is amiibo compatible, so tentative gray area there.
Issues.
Now, I was playing the game and there is no technical bugs. There's no real issues. Yeah, nothing that would cause the game to break or glitch out. The minor nitpicks I have, when you start to clone so much stuff, then the list gets longer and longer. So then it takes you a few seconds to scroll through to try to find what you're looking for. So either there's a way to better organize it that I haven't discovered yet, or there isn't one. But hopefully that'll get sorted out. But yeah, that is like my only minor complaint because I find this title very enjoyable. And then there's things that you can't echo, like you can't scan everything, like you can't echo bosses, you can't echo treasure chests, you can't echo hearts, and stuff from like the item shop. You can't echo a potion, so there are some limitations to the echo. But I also do find it interesting how there was one area where I echoed something and I actually had to bring the original item that I echoed. So it's kind of cool how they incorporate that little nitpick right there for how to use the game controls.
Buy, rent, or pass.
I like how we have so many different Zelda titles nowadays, and especially the different ways you play. We have the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which is like this huge open world that you can explore. And then there's like this game, it's like reminiscent of its predecessors, like the Link's Awakening. You're in it's in an open world of sorts, but it gives you a limited number of areas where you can go and what you can see and what you can do. It's like I just like how this game is so different from its predecessors in look, in style, and emotion, and how you play it. I definitely think this is a really good game, so if you're a fan of the Zelda franchise, then this game is a solid buy.
Overall score.
And that, my friends, is The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. It's great. I mean, yeah, 5 years ago we got the reimagining, revisioning of Link's Awakening, and now, finally, Princess Zelda has her own title. Yeah, Peach got a few, Princess Peach actually got a few titles before her, so it's great. Yeah, the look, I like the cartoonish / toy box look of the game. It's fun. It's like I like how we have all these different Zeldas, how we can go from like dark, serious, foreboding, and then we can also have like a Zelda tale that's on the light side. So I like how Nintendo's going back and forth with different styles and storytellings for the Zelda franchise. So we here at Aperture Gaming, we are proud to give Echoes of Wisdom a solid 10 out of 10. If you're a fan of the Zelda franchise, then you'll like this one also. If you like the Link's Awakening, then again, you'll like this also. So it's a fun game. I highly recommend picking it up. So yeah, that's all the time we have for on this episode of Aperture Gaming Reviews. Until next time, this has been Test Subject 1337 for Aperture Gaming Reviews, saying thank you for watching, game on, and have a nice day.